Greetings. This is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? Let's dive right into it. Keke Palmer trying to get that bag, trying to get that money off of pain, off of drama, off of issues, off of discontent. That's what she's going for. That's what she's all about. She's getting it back for a lot of years since she was a child star on TV. Salute to Richard James in the chat room right now. Respect to you. So respect the target, and if you can't target the story with more people, ruler of the kingdom of the air. Okay. No, but Keke Palmer and Usher cooked up something together, and they have the idea of making sure that her boyfriend. That's the name of the song that they're going to be dropping the visual. Percy Miracles in the building. Respect the target. Tonight's target, or today's target, I'll put today's target. Target $80. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for to get the $80 or more tonight. Percy Miracles. So we're trying to get there. I got 4 people in the room already. Yesterday it was not like that. Yesterday it was brutal. I was trying to go through a whole show trying to talk about all the people that know it. Nobody cared. Nobody still cares. The rebroadcast numbers are low. It's nothing. It's awful. But that's just comes to the territory. You get those lumps, you know. But I'm riding with 4 people right now. Okay, Richard James, you're saying Keke Palmer. You spelled her name wrong, but it's Keke. Keke Palmer is attractive. I think she's attractive. I think she's a good-looking young lady. But she wants to get that cash. She wants to get that that the bag. She wants to offer drama. As in the article by, let me see, HAYLEY. She wrote this article. The title is Keke Palmer and Usher collaborating on boyfriend music video after Sultry Las Vegas Serenade. It's quite a title. That's pretty good. Now I'm down to 1, so I must be talking to Richard. Yes, it does. The Paul Rubens. Yeah. Well, if I talked about Paul Rubens, yeah, let me talk about Pee Wee. Yeah. I know you are with one of mine. You like it? Oh, why don't you marry it? When we keep going like that, I don't think so. I'm gonna stop with that. But this Keke Palmer issue is serious with like intrigue, because it could be just yeah, exactly. Thank you for that, Richard. You're the only one in the chat room, I think, right now, but that's all good because I still got the numbers from before. Anyway, Usher is in on it. They look like they're just having fun. It doesn't look like they're trying to, he's trying to bring up a happy home or anything like that. Even though they, shot off tweets that were very, at least his name is Darius Jackson. That's her boyfriend, Keke Palmer's, and he shot off shade about her Da Vinci dress, and they both unfollowed each other on social media, and it's just a big fallout. With they both share a child. They have a child together. Let me see what the. Let me see. Let me see. And so, there were subliminal shots being tossed back. And I just think it's for, it's basically all, in fun for the most part. Even though it was dramatic and there were issues and things going, tossing forth, throwing around back and forth. It doesn't make a difference. It only makes a difference to the people that are ready, to be the first to gossip and be, a little, little people that are useless or senseless. That's all this is for. It's just fodder for them. That's just fodder for them. And it's the thing with Usher. I think Usher is just, one of the masterminds. He's definitely made an impact on the game. Hundreds of songs, dozens of awards. Well, Usher's still on top. He's still not only is he relevant, he's a factor. If he's grabbing headlines still after nearly 30 years, or maybe more than 30 years in the game, you got to give him his props. You got to give him his respect. You got to understand the fact that he put in the work. After all these years, still touring. Are you kidding me? He's damn near 50. He's no Jay-Z. Okay, so what? How do you compare Jay-Z to a singer? Jay-Z never sings. He doesn't sing. So I don't think that's a fair comparison, sir. I don't remember. Oh yeah, Usher. You haven't heard Usher's name at least 10 years because you haven't been paying attention to the radio or streams, because he still gets good streams. He still gets the streams. He's 44 years old. 44. Pushing 50. And he's on the pathway of being completely wiped out from the idea of who he is. If this falters, I don't think it will. It'll be pretty successful. And it look like they're just playing. You're more than Lil Jon and Usher. Okay, so they had a collaboration with but Lil Jon is a producer and a rapper, and not one of the best rappers. He knows that too. He's more of a rhythmic singer, a rhythmic talker more than a rapper. But I think for the most part, we have a chance to dissect this and make sure it's on point. Because, like I said, I think it's just for all fun. He titled it Boyfriend. They're going back and forth with each other in the teaser. This camera cuts to her, cuts to him, cuts to her. He's walking down the hallway. She's sitting in a dressing room chair, I think it is. Lil Jon has got those bars. Okay, now you're trolling. You're trolling. You are trolling, sir. You are definitely trolling. You are definitely on the troll roll. Lil Jon had him go. What bars? Please explain. I'll wait. Please elaborate on his bars. Thank you. Please. No, sir, for real. I used to love Lil Jon. Well, how'd you not have the same distinction for him now? And give me some bars, please. Give me some bars that were okay. Oh, that's tight. That's hard. That's strong. That's a cut and blow. It makes it difficult, when you think about the Keke Palmer and Usher issue, to not say, it's just like they have this all planned out. Like I said, Usher is a mastermind. He knows how to work the system. He knows how to manipulate it. He knows how to work his way through and still win every time. Usher's too old for Palmer, Richard James. Okay. He is into actually older women. He has been married and divorced, I believe. And it was with an older woman and another older woman. So he's not really sweating her like that. he's not really thinking about it on those terms. He's more concerned with, the amount of money he's going to be making on these tours. That's what it is. This whole thing is a money grab. The video, the song, Boyfriend, it's probably going to be like the, top 10 at least on the Billboard charts. That's what's so amazing. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it so fundamental and interesting and intriguing. That's what we have to stand for with Keke Palmer and Usher. We have to make sure that the young people coming up don't confuse this with, her salacious dances and everything that happened in Las Vegas a few weeks ago. And now with the new video that's about to drop tomorrow, what are we going to see? Are we going to see more humping and grinding and alleged twerking and different things like that? Are we going to see that in the video? There's no more BT uncut, so they can't go too hard. Okay. That doesn't sound very good, Richard James. That doesn't sound like any fun. Sorry to hear that happened to you. But Keke Palmer, Usher. I just think it's just one of the best examples of how, a slight act can blossom, can bloom into something so, contentious and controversial and ultimately beneficial and financially. Financially. It's all about the money. Let's not forget about it. It's all about the mother money. It's all about the mother money. They're just trying to get bags. Usher and Keke. They're trying to get their weight up. They're trying to get money. Matter of fact, they're good pretty much for each other. Usher started out very young. He was I think he was a preteen, or at least a teen, an early teen, when he started. You blame what on cancel culture, Richard James? What do you blame on cancel culture? Please explain to me, sir. It's all about, mercantilism. Capitalism is a totally different system. It's a system based on morality. It's the morality of capitalism. I have to disagree with my mentor, Mr. Troy Star Terrain, business associate. Okay, so Richard James says this: the fact that Keke Palmer spells her name wrong and Usher can't you have a working relationship without people having their minds in the gutter. God bless them. Okay, there is no God, but God bless them, right? But it's amazing. It's funny. This whole thing is funny. I mean, that's just another instance of just how organic. I think this was organic. How organic a collaboration between the two of them can be, based on one act, one single solitary action that blew up the internet. That almost, brought down the internet. It's funny because it's like so many people look at Usher and say like, wow, all the Grammys and the money and all that, and Keke Palmer, all the movies and the TV shows and the money. It's all about the mother money. That's what makes it interesting, though. That's what makes it so, so super understandable. You can understand it. You can understand why they're doing this. It's so clear, so crystal clear. Based off of drama, based off of issues, based off of problems, based off of pain. They come out of this like saying this is a wink. This is a little wink at Mr. Darius Jackson. Just a wink. And it just seems that you have with him, somebody that, didn't read the room, didn't look at the assignment, didn't understand the assignment, just took it upon himself to be solely and completely. Okay, I think I was going to finish my thought. Usher is solely, ahead of his, his game. He's on his game. He's going to pimp this situation like nothing else, like never before. He's going to pimp it all the way to the bank. All right, Richard James says, excuse my ignorance, but is Usher the one who sings Dynamite and OMG? Yes, OMG, I'm definitely sure. I'm going to look up Dynamite. Hold on. Give me a second. And that's a question, sir. If you want to, you want answer. If you want me to answer questions, you have to send at least $5 or $10. I'm only doing $5 or $10 for questions. Yes. Oh no. Dynamite was Teo Cruz. That wasn't Usher, but Usher did have OMG. Oh my God. So, and I can't say anything else because that would be a copyright strike. Now, if you look into this, I mean, it's not deep. It's not deep. It's not anything, ain't no riddle. Ain't nothing you got to figure out. It's fairly simple. The two of them, had an interaction. They had an interaction, and then they had, the idea of saying, what, we can exploit this. We can get this paper. We can get this cash. Everybody's eyes are on us right now. Look at the vlogs. Look at the hip hop zines. Even People magazine is looking at us right now. We're all eyes on us right now. That's what Usher's saying to Keke. He's giving her game, apparently, allegedly. And he's just saying, let's get this money. We're going to do this music video. We're going to put out the song. It's going to be epic. And it just happened to be like they may have even planned this before the Las Vegas issue. I'm just saying allegedly. I don't know if it was just completely spontaneous or otherwise. But it just seems to me that there are so many people that will rush to judgment and say, oh, Keke's just in the wrong. She shouldn't have done that to Usher. Usher's in the wrong for letting her do that. All this mess. And all they're not thinking about is the cake, the scratch, the Skrilla, the ducats. So all this is about. You can't figure that out. I mean, I don't know how to teach you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what school to send you to. I don't know what classes you need to take. But it's all about the scratch. All about the naddle. And Usher obviously knows that. Here, where's Richard James? Usher should collab with Bieber again if he wants to make the real money. Yeah, Justin Bieber fired his manager. I just saw that in the news. That was pretty big. And Usher allegedly, found Justin Bieber based on a YouTube video. Allegedly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that was the case. Now, what is so important about, having these two major figures? Usher's got a bigger star than Keke Palmer, but they're both on a level of saying, what they want to do in the business. They know the entertainment world. They know the business of show. They know it's not show business, but it's the business of show. They know that, the money will come to you if you put in the work, if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're saying, if you know how to say it. Because I remember, learning from a program called Youth Ambassadors of America. They said, your body language, uh, facial expressions, how you talk, and the way you talk are more than what you say. So for Keke Palmer and Usher, to glance back and forth at each other, it's like it seems as though on the surface that they're, trying to give off sexual advances. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. They have an agenda. They have a set of principles that they just want to impart upon the many people that are in the world. They listen to their music and watch their movies and TV shows. There's two people in the room. I know Richard James is in the room, but who is the other person? Name yourself. Put up a number 1 in the live chat. Let me know who you are. Let me know if you're a human being with a beating heart and a mind that works. You're not just a bot. But no. Break it down. All right, I know you, Richard James. This says that there's 2. There's one person other than you. But thank you for putting up the number 1. So what we have here is a simple case. Case closed, shut, boom. But I'm gonna still open it. I'm gonna keep it real open. I'm gonna keep it 100. Keep it a buck. Keep it a stack. Keep it 1,000. I'm gonna make sure that you understand the dynamic of what these 2 individuals have concocted, have made up. They made up a way for them to get paid. They made up a way for them to say, "Hey, wait, we can do something with this. We can extend this a little further." And I think Darius Jackson understands that too. He gets that. Okay, Richard James says R. Kelly would have done the same thing. I don't know about that. Okay, so it's a bountiful soul who's in the room. Yeah, target $80. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hey, look. That's for anybody, a bountiful soul. You can give $5, $10. I don't care. I'll take it. 1s and 2s, I only take it from certain people. Like Houston. Houston gave me $1 because he was my first donor. So the target is definitely $80 because I doubled it. It was $40 last week. Now it's $80. So I'm just keeping it a buck, young lady. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Anything will help. And like I said, I can see the cash apps. I can see it on my phone. See who's donating or not. So beware. No. I'm just looking at, if you just look at the article, it's just not even. I'll give you an example. Okay, look, the 15-second teaser that's been shared on Twitter and IG shows both the True Jackson VP star and the Houston native getting ready separately backstage. I heard that your boyfriend's looking for me. Usher's famous voice croons as Palmer confidently struts toward the camera. It's unclear if we'll hear any vocals from her following her Big Boss visual album on the single. But regardless, the internet is already certain she'll eat up her starring role in the video. So, like I said, these are performers. These are conditioned performers. These aren't just, up and comers trying to get some shine off the internet. These are people that have been in the game for decades, literally. Have been in the game for over 20 years. So anything that goes with them being part of some kind of conspiracy or something like that. It's not. It's conspiracy at all. Not in the slightest. It's something that is very, unique to the idea of being in with both of them. They're both on the same page. I don't have to. I'll repeat myself. I don't have to repeat myself. You already know what it is. That's what it is. And it's like whoever has so much as whoever has so much as a okay, Richard James is saying this. I'm amazed Keke would fall for it. And are you spelling her name on misspelling her name on purpose, or you just not know what her name is? It's Keke, sir. Yeah, we got Bree Cameron. That's my dad. This is his room. Yeah. It's his room. The Cowboys room, as we call it. Yeah. He was kind of like doing a Hitchcock thing. He doesn't say anything. He just comes in, does what he does, and leaves. So, Cowboys, exactly. So, a bountiful soul, welcome to the room. I thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your previous contributions. You're not a freeloader. You have donated to this machine. And I appreciate all the money you're giving me. Thank you very much. To Father Saunders. That's funny. Yeah, that's my dad. That's my good old dad. So to Father Saunders. That's it. It was but back to the lecture at hand. Keke Palmer, Usher, breadwinners, getting bags, money in this era of internet sloppiness, ignorance, and unchallenged theories. That's what we're up against now. And it's not just, Keke and Usher. It's the rest of the entertainment world. It's like most people don't know what they're doing in the internet world. They're getting a few scraps when they could be making, big paper because they didn't look at the contract. They didn't look at how they could have signed for their publishing rights and their masters and stuff like that, and how to use their masters. Actually, you can have your masters, but what are you gonna do with them? You're gonna license them? You're gonna put them out there on the streets? What are you gonna do? That's what's so intriguing and interesting about this whole, issue. So if you're going to have people have the the gall of saying this is just to stir up discontent with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. This is terrible. This is not right. This is disrespectful. We have to look at the entertainment business. It's a free for all. You don't need a degree. It helps, especially like screenwriters, an MFA, and people like that, and directors get MFAs and Masters of Fine Arts as MFA. They get all kinds of knowledge based on their attending colleges and universities. That's what happens. But it's not likely. It's very rare. Mostly it's just people coming up in the game, no degree or maybe a BA, and become multimillionaires, while people with doctorates are struggling to get by. This is a fact of reality. Not saying it's good or bad. It's just a reality. So Keke Palmer and Usher, they both have no degrees to speak of, but have millions of dollars. And that's what happened with this whole altercation, whole interaction. It's all about the cake. All right. I'm going to talk about, since there's 0 people in here, I'm going to talk about, for purposes, for the purposes of my story, the ruler of the kingdom of the air. What is this about? What is this about? More than it's about. I already talked about what's about. I mean, what is it for you? How do you factor in it? Are you a human being? Do you have a functioning rational brain and mind? Then it's for you. That was from Ayn Rand's interview with Tom Snyder. He asked her, what about me, individual, as I am a human being? I'm paraphrasing. What does objectivism do for me? And she responded, I'm paraphrasing again. Do you have a mind? Do you have a mind? Are you a human being? Well, then it applies to you. It's just that simple. This story applies to many people. This story is something that makes it a journey, makes it an adventure, makes it something that's very built around the sense of going on expedition. That's what makes it interesting to me. I like it. No matter what other people say, you have to like your own story if it's that good. I think it's very good. I think it's excellent. I just need the numbers. I just need enough people to read it and share it. And so it becomes something that is a phenomenon. Because that's what they do. They say, and it's exactly what's true with my stories, my previous stories. It's the same thing. I was originally, a bronze winner, a third place, winner. I was a 2-time silver winner. And the bronze was $250. The silvers were both $500 each. And I didn't pay any taxes on any of them. Because they were under $600, both, all 3 of them. And because they were separate. They were separate, transactions. But I want this to be my first, and if only, maybe only, but at least my first number 1 spot. I want to be number 1 on this. So I need you to help me get the word out. Ruler of the kingdom of the air. I think it's quality. You should read it. I've gotten positive reviews. I got mixed reviews, I guess, in a way. Somebody said this is well written, but puzzling. So it's like, what's puzzling about it? I like to talk to them, but I can't because the damn commentator function, it doesn't apply to me because I've been locked out for some reason. They don't give you a reason, and they don't have to. I give them that respect. They don't have to. They don't have to give a reason. But that's what's so amazing. Is that, you can have a private company and not tell people what you're doing, what you're saying. You have a whole private company saying, that I can, get rid of all the writers I want, whoever you are. You can get cleared out. So that you need to share. I'm not trying to rhyme right there or right here. But it is something that needs to be shared on the internet, on different platforms. Put it on Twitter. X. Put it on put it on Threads. What's coming up next? Spill. When Spill drops. Oh man. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. It's gonna be something special. It's gonna be something that's a change in the pace of things. Definitely for me, I'm looking at people in there, and I think it's just little things that are going on in my mind. I'm looking at because the count is at almost 3,300 words. So people might click off just because of that. Like too many words. Yeah, they teal deer me. Teal deer is too long. Didn't read. they teal-deered me, and they said, "Okay, I'm not reading all that. It's too much. I can't take that. It's giving me a headache. I'll keep scrolling. But in my opinion, the story is so wrapped, you can get enveloped in it, and you can understand it from a perspective of someone who knows what you're talking about on page. Sometimes in real life, IRL, I don't know what I'm talking about. I get stuff all wrong and messed up, but I'm on the page. 98 to 99%, I'm on point. I mean, there might be a few little, things I got wrong, but nobody can hold me on, putting down sentences. I have to say that. You have to say that. Even though there might be somebody that is obviously going to win the number one and I didn't get it. So you have to say that for yourself, though. Just like Iverson and Jordan. Iverson had to cross over Jordan and went and get that basket to show him that, you're my idol, you're my hero, but I can hold my own. That's one of the things that, even Ye had for Jay-Z. Ye had the idea of saying he could be more than what he was. This is all before he definitely left the table and couldn't read the room. So, ruler of the kingdom of the air is designed to be a work of fiction, but has, characters that were based on reality. That's how I position it. That's how it's positioned. It gives you a sense of what it's like to be a citizen of Delaware. And I've already spoken about this. Delaware is the greatest state because it's so boring. Why is it boring? It's because it's about business. And business is boring to most people. I think business is riveting. I mean, business is what everything is. You don't have anything unless you're living on a desert isle. And even if you're on a desert isle with another person, then you have to contract business. There has to be some kind of, even not in the same sense of dollars and cents, but you have to have some kind of agreement with each other, or you murder each other or something like that. That's how serious this is. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want people to understand, that there is a definite conscience behind all the words of this particular set of writing. I want people to understand that there's a sense that we all can be in this and know what we're after. That's what I want people to take away from this. That's what I think is so important. That's why I'm pushing it, all these different episodes, these webisodes. All these different webisodes are built upon the fact that I am hustling and advertising and grinding for my own story, because nobody else is really out there doing it. I see the statistics every day, and I notice, okay, it doesn't look like anybody's really paying attention to the story anymore, and that's what's sad. But I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm gonna just keep on hustling. I'm not gonna, sit in a corner and say, "Oh, woe was me. I can't do anything." No, I'm gonna get on this internet, on this YouTube, on vocal.media, and I'm gonna grind. No retreat. No retreat. I'm gonna go in. That's the man in me. That's the Marine in me. That tells me that I need to be on point, on my square. That's what's most important here. That I do recognize the fact that there are people that are not even real. I would like haters. I like haters. Haters are more important, I think, than people that well, maybe not more important, but they're close to being more important than people that are supporters. Haters will let you know, look, you messed up there again, man. I didn't like that. That was whack. That was corny. That was stupid. You need haters. You have haters will tell you they don't like it either. They don't like it either. They don't like it in the way that the people that are hating on. But they're not going to say anything, saying, "I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to. I don't want to say something that was out of turn." No, say something out of turn. Hurt feelings. They say F your feelings. People are in their feelings. I'm not. I'm on my grind. I'm on my hustle. Rule of the Kingdom of the Air is my crack on the block. I'm ready for sales. I'm ready for people to engage with the story and understand it and make it fun for them. Because that's what I did. I had a ball writing it. I had a great time. I don't know how I came up with almost 3,300 words, but actually I do know how, because it's based off of reality in a lot of ways. I just put down the words of what was in my brain for over decades. If that makes sense to people. I just kept on tapping. Just kept on typing. Tapping on the keypad. And kept it moving. Kept it pushing. So we got one person in the live chat. Who are you? Who are you? And don't forget to like. Okay, now we have 0. You're in, you're out. You're in, you're out. Pause. And I still need that Cash App from y'all. $80 is the target. You can give 5s and 10s. I'll take them. But $80 is the target. What I like the most about this story is that it's just from me. It's the first story that's completely, I don't know. It's not the first story, but one of the first stories that's completely brash and uncompromising. I mean, completely throughout. As much joy as I had making it, I'm having a ball advertising for it. I have a reading that has 140 views, and I messed up in the reading. I think I said "excuse me" one time even. And you never hear that on an audiobook. I know they punch it and they do overs and everything like that, but I kept it. I'm probably and in the upcoming weeks, you'll hear an actual greater voice than mine, a better voice, by Ralph, on Twitter and YouTube. YouTube, yeah, and Facebook and other platforms. He has turned the. I'm trying to think of it right now. I can't think of it right now, but the United Ronin Network. That's it. Had a brain scare. But no, the United Ronin Network. That's it. Check him out. Make sure you donate to him, support his causes, keep him in your minds, keep him in your prayers. That was a joke. There's no such thing as praying, really. This is a little little. I'm gonna do a little digression here. Praying and things like that is ironic. It's completely ironic and disgusting. You pray to something using words outside of your mouth, like any of it could have any effect on anything in reality. if whatever you say actually comes true, then it's coincidence. If it doesn't come true, oh well, it's poor little me. I didn't, say the prayer properly, or I didn't do something right, or God is mad at me, or something like that. Read Ruler of the Kingdom of the Air. And then I'm probably gonna make this a series. I'm really seriously considering that. Make this into a series. Take this to be, a sense of being a person that is ultimately, focused on excellence. Like I said, I had, close to getting number one, but I didn't achieve it. I have not achieved it yet. I want this to be the difference. I want this to be the game changer for me in my life. And if enough people read it, they'll say, hey, a lot of people read this story. Maybe we should give them 100, give them the first place. That'll probably be it. That's something I think I enjoy. That's why I think something that's beneficial to me. Instead of, pity partying or bickering or being bitter, I don't have to be that way. I look at it as reality. If I get 0 views in a day, then I get 0 views in a day. If I get 0 reads in a day, then I get 0 reads in a day. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. It's not something that I worry about. Not something that I concern myself with. There's too many places. I just love how vocal.media was the truth anyway. Because everybody's like, media. Now it's like Substack. Vocal? What's that? I never heard of that. These goofies out here. And some of them are genuine. Some of them are real. But other people are like, oh, that's a waste of time. And a waste of money, too. Because if you got a premium account, it's $9.99 a month. Some goofies. It's goofies. So I just take everything in stride. I take it all. I take the lumps. I take the pats on the back. I take all of that. Everything, equals out to what I want it to be, what I want it to see, what I want it to be in reality. It all evens out, no matter what happens. Hold on. Yeah, so had to get a little snack also. Yeah, so I like it. I like how it flows. I like how vocal goes. I like how there are so many people ready to rush and saying, Vocal's not a good platform. These are people on YouTube usually. I evaluate it. The money ratio is actually pretty good. It really is. It's a CPM of $6 cost per mil. So that means if you have 1,000 views, you get $6. If you have 1 million views, you have $6,000. And that's not a lot of money. I understand it, but I have to respect, the fact that they have so much freedom. They give you every, opportunity to grow and to expand your writing and your concepts. I think it's extremely, well made site. I like the fact that they cater to anyone. Starting writers, established writers, people with books, people with long books, people who've never written a poem before out of a school or something like that. And they become, a first place poet. There's 2 people in the room. Okay, I would say there's 2 people in the room, not 0. Okay. It's very special, Vocal.media. I like it because nobody was in my ear. It was on a Facebook ad. Nobody is on a TV or on other sites saying Vocal.media. Yeah. No, it's Substack. Substack, like I said before. But Vocal is a completely elaborate and simple at the same time site. They have various challenges, they have various tips and tools, and you get immersed in this idea of this site. You come to know it, you come to grips with what they represent. That's the part that I think is most crucial. That's the part that I think is very vital to being an author of short stories and other works, poems, nonfiction narratives. It brings you to a point where you know who you are and what you are doing. I mean, I put up numbers in my Facebook. It was a palindrome. A palindrome it was a numerical palindrome, but palindrome essentially is the same amount of letters or numbers going back and forth. I'll give you an example: level, race, car, stuff like that. Mom, dad, pop. Those are just short ones. But there's a distinction between what Vocal does and what other sites do. Like I was saying with the palindrome, the number I put up was like in the over 62,000 reads. That's in 7 years, 6 years, 6 years. Back in 2017, that's why I did it. Didn't ask any questions. Didn't look over my shoulder. It was completely me, and it's money. It's real money on the internet. So this is the quiet thing. This is what gets me. People saying, "Oh, we gotta feed the poor. Oh, we gotta." Yeah, right. Like the TV writers' strike. They don't give a damn about the poor. Even though any other way they'll say, "Oh, we gotta." Oh, the children are starving. Oh, Ukraine and Niger, and oh my God, it's just okay. Yeah, but when they cut your check, you like, or cut off your check, and your deposits and everything's going hairy and crazy. Oh, I need more. Even Dave Chappelle was like, $300,000 seems like a lot of money, but he knows a million isn't money. We're talking, we have to talk about decabillionaires and centibillionaires. Those are the money makers. Those are the people that have the cake and the dollars. But it doesn't make you special. You can be a square and have billions of dollars, as the late great Simple the Pimp once said. You can be a whole square with billions in the bank. Doesn't make you real. Doesn't make you in the game or have gained. But I say all that to say this, Vocal.media is the truth. I would do a commercial for them. I'm doing a commercial for them right now, I guess I could say. But they put the stories up. There used to be a process. I'll give you this. There used to be a process that said, we have to evaluate your story and check it for grammatical errors or anything like that. They didn't do that. You put it up, it's up. It takes seconds. Seconds. Doesn't take the long form and they drawn out where they have people on the site. It's totally different now. It's a totally different issue. So I think with this challenge that Vocal has, it's going to ignite a lot of people. I think it's going to really come down to the wire. I mean, there's already people that have top stories. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. You can be a runner-up. That's what they have. They have $1,000. Then they have $500 for second place. And then for third, they have 50 runners up. Don't ask me how that came about. But what I notice about how the differences is in being a vlogger and a blogger, because I'm technically both. I say I'm a social engineer and a writer and a content creator. But, this is technically a vlog, a video log. I'm logging a video. That's literally what it is. And a blog is a web log. And that's what I do when I write. So I'm a blogger. And especially the term blogger has, negative connotations because there's so many people that can just go on the internet and make thousands, if not millions of dollars just spouting nonsense and not being real and not being true. That's what the problem is. That's what the issue is. That's why I think Vocal weeds out, even though they don't have the comprehensive critiquing division anymore, it seems. They have a way of, showing that these writers are not as poignant and true to the craft of writing. They're not giving a specific example. They're not giving enough detail. They're not understanding the basics and the phonics of words. They're not understanding the grammatical structure of a sentence or a paragraph. Like I said, they don't automatically check it, but overall, when you see that on your work, you understand that it's because of you didn't put in the due diligence. But I think I have proven myself worthy with ruler of the kingdom of the air. It is such a ride. It is an absolute ride. And it's the first chapter. That's the thing is, again, American novel, first chapter. And there's so many examples. Grapes of Wrath, I mentioned before, Old Man in the Sea, The Great Gatsby. It brings to a point where you understand what you're reading. You get a glimpse into the lives of other people, and you understand, better the American life. And that's what I'm planning to do, right? The Great American Novel, first chapter. Ruler of the Kingdom of the Air. All right, folks, it's been an hour. Thank you for rolling with me. I had more people in the room. 0 people are in the room right now. But I wanted to get to the Keke Palmer and Usher issue. or kerfuffle or whatever the devil it is. And I will see you tomorrow. But make sure you watch this video, share it, go to Ruler of the Kingdom of the Air on vocal.media. Read that, share it. And I will speak to you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Take care.